go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show, brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I'm joined by the Masters crew, Dynasty Owl, the Doc. What's up, guys? How you doing today?
Doing great, doing great.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, good to hear. Today's episode, it's going to be a little different. We just had our first redraft league this past Sunday. Just so you guys know, those will be posted every Sunday for the rest of the month. Starting June 1st, we do a live draft every single day till the season kicks off. So if you're looking for a place to get into some redraft leagues, we got them. Fill them every night. With that said, this episode's going to be redraft rookies. Obviously, with the first draft, I was really interested to see where some of these rookies were going to go. Mm-hmm. I just wonder, as the season gets closer, are these guys going to be getting drafted higher or lower than where they went this past Sunday night? That's where you guys are going to come in. I'm going to give you the name, the place they were drafted. You guys are going to tell me under if you think they'll be drafted higher in the draft. Is that right?
Or under if they go later in the draft, over if they go before.
Correct. Okay. All right, guys. First guy on the list in this episode, we got tight end number 4 off the board with the 3.10 pick, Kyle Pitts. Over or under, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Say in redraft, I think you got to go under.
Yeah.
There's just with, Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, and Andrews, I think in redraft, you should feel better still about those 4.
Yeah. I know we talked about in Dynasty, you can make the case you can take him even first ahead of Kelsey and Kittle. I wouldn't do it personally, but you could make that case. And redraft, though, I mean, even if he was great this year, it's tough for me to justify taking him ahead of some of these guys. So, yeah, that's close enough, but I think he drops just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I do think Kevin said that, and I actually don't know what the tight end rookie record is. I do think this guy has a shot with Matt Ryan to break it this year for sure.
I do too. Yeah.
It'll be intriguing too if they deal Julio. A lot of targets will be up for grabs,
and that would help quite a bit. All right, next guy on the list here, we got running back 23 off the board with the 5.2 pick. Denver Broncos running back Javonte Williams. Over or under, 3, 2, 1, go.
That's tough.
Say this is one where in Dynasty I really love the player, but this year I just think Melvin Gordon's going to hang around, and because they have a similar bell cow frame to him, that just rookie year I don't see it, but long term love Javonte Williams.
I think it's going to be similar to the Jonathan Taylor situation a year ago, where right before the season there was a lot of hype on him, even though he wasn't locked in to be the starter. Marlon Mack was obviously there. I think it's going to be very similar, and I remember taking Taylor in the 5th round of a redraft league last year, which I felt was a little high at the time, but sometimes you got to pay at that position too. I think eventually he's going to be the starter, and for that reason I think he creeps up a little bit more.
Yeah, and I can see that with Jonathan Taylor. You probably felt like for half the season that, not that you wasted the 5th pick.
Well, I got lucky. Well, lucky. I don't want to say that because I don't want to make it seem like I benefited from an injury. But when Marlon Mack got hurt, I was like, oh, I just got great value. I just got a starting running back in the 5th round.
Well, then towards the end of the season, I mean, what a great deal in the 5th round.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, this next guy, we got wide receiver number 32 off the board this past Sunday with the 7.5 pick. Philadelphia Eagles, new wide receiver, Devontae Smith. Over or under, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, and for me, mainly it goes down to what I said on the last show. Just a lot of veteran receivers, and these rookies a lot of times don't hit in their first year, and especially Devontae Smith, given the situation in Philly, I'm going to say under.
Yeah, as much as I love Devontae Smith, I don't think I'd be able to trust Jalen Hurts, and I don't think most people will be either. So he's probably going to slip.
All right, good stuff. This one's a little interesting, too. We got quarterback number 15 off the board with the 10.2 pick. Trevor Lawrence, redraft, over under the 10.2 pick, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, so you said quarterback 15. I think he'll be drafted as QB1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I think especially as highlights start to come out, this guy throwing dimes in training camp.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
All that hype.
The hair.
He was all he was cracked up to be, and then he's gonna start knocking some of the guys like Stafford out of there. And
because let's be honest, man. We're probably gonna see a ton of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
From now, I mean, probably forever.
Yeah.
But I mean, the NFL's. I mean, this is probably the new face. Maybe
it could be
one of the new faces in the NFL.
Right.
So I mean, they're gonna do everything they can to show this guy on.
Yeah.
I mean, every
absolutely.
episode of I mean, every
They're
time.
probably going to be hard knocks too, most likely.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
And on top of that, for what it's worth, I mean, this is a guy who, for any casual fantasy fan who's a big college fan, I mean, he's been the face of college football for the last 3
Forever.
years. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. And then the final guy this episode, I think this one's really interesting because of where he was drafted and the potential to be the number one in that offense. We'll see. Wide receiver 52 off the board with the 12.6 pick. The Baltimore Ravens got a shiny new weapon, Rashad Bateman, over and under 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't love the spot, but he's a wide receiver 50 something.
Yeah.
When I would draft him over that, so I'd think most gamers when it gets closer to the season they would.
I think people will bet on the fact that he ends up being Baltimore's number one receiver. Whether it happens or not, I don't know, but I think it's a pretty good bet that late in a draft.
Yeah, I think this will be another case too where you see a ton of these guys on ESPN, like Lamar to Bateman and training camp, or just you'll just see a ton of it. That'll kind of drive the hype train. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this edition. I just wanted to pass along some of the current value these rookies are going in redraft leagues. Maybe you hop into the redraft league this Sunday with us and get some good value on one of these guys. As always, if you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Come be a part of the Masters family. Love to have you. Any last words, guys?
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.